Good morning, everyone. I'm Vijhi, Assistant Professor in Valalar College of Education. I'm here with an interesting topic, skill of questioning. Yes, of course, questioning is an art. Without questioning, we can't survive, and especially teachers, they can't survive without questioning others, right? So, not only teachers, all the others, all the human beings, all the living beings, they can question, right? But for the teachers, questioning plays a major role in their profession. So the teacher should be aware of how to question, when to question, where to question, all these things, right? So in the field of education, that is in the teaching learning process, questioning plays a major role in both the lives of teacher as well as the learner. Yes, of course. The teachers will ask questions to check the capacity, the capability of the students, and the students will ask question in order to get clarifications, right? So in the teaching learning process, it plays a vital role. So let's discuss some interesting topics, some interesting details about this particular thing. Okay, yeah. And these questions can be asked in two different situations. That is, the teachers can ask question, right? Usually we can say that while teaching we can ask so many questions in order to check the understanding power of the students. But this particular question, that is the questions being asked by the teachers, can be classified under two aspects. One is teaching question and the another is review questions. Yeah, teaching question is the question being asked while teaching, that is teaching questions. Okay, and a review question, it's nothing but after completing the unit the teacher will ask so many questions, right? That should be called as review questions. Okay, so questions can be classified into two. One is teaching question and the another one is review question. Teaching question means questions being asked while teaching. Review question, questions being asked at the end of the lesson, that is after completing the unit some questions will be posted, right? So those questions should be called as review questions. And now, what are the functions of question? Why? What will do? These questions will do some miracle, right? What are they? It will help the students to recall the facts and the principles, whatever they have learned. We can recall at the time, the learner can recall, right? And to check the understanding of the concept, this is what I have already instructed. And to stimulate their thinking, to arouse curiosity, to motivate the students involvement also, we can ask these questions. And to judge the achievement of both the teachers and the students, this is what I have stated in the earlier, right? So these are the functions of questions. And now, while asking questions, there are some rules. What are the things should be followed and what should not be followed? So all these things, all so many rules we are having while questioning, right? So let me list out the do's while asking questions. So if you want to ask question, your question should be short, clear, and simple. It should be very short and it should be clear and it should be simple also, because then only it will be easily understand by the students, right? And if you are asking questions, you have to keep in your mind the audience, the receiver of the question. Based on their capacity, your question should be okay, and it should stimulate the thinking of the receiver, and it should arouse the interest. It should be relevant to the topic. If you are asking question means it should be relevant to the topic. For example, if you are taking a poem or a prose, whatever it is, your question should be relevant to that particular topic, not from somewhere else. Okay, so these are the do's, and we have some more do's also. That is, it should be grammatically correct. It should be posted to all the students. While asking questions, it should be posted to all the students. Please remember, without any partiality. So the teacher should not show any partiality while asking questions. Okay, and a chance should be given to all the students for answering. And familiar words should be used, then only the students can try to answer at least. And enough time also should be given for the students to think or to recall the content. And while asking, the teacher should not see the book, okay, from the content, from their memory they have to ask. And the questioning also, the way of questioning also, it should not be very fast and it should not be very slow also. And the voice of the teacher, it should be audible, clear, and pleasant. please especially follow this thing. It should be very friendly. Okay, then only the students can try to put forward their queries if they have, or whatever it is. If they knew the correct answer also, means your question should be friendly, then only they'll try to answer. And coming to the don'ts, so what are the things not should be followed? These are the things should not be followed while asking question. Avoid yes or no question, because if you are continuously asking yes or no question, means surely the students won't think at all. I told you that we have to make the students to think or to recall the concept. So if you are simply asking yes or no question, surely they won't think at all. Okay, and avoid the use of leading questions also. That is, you should use only direct questions. That is what we have tried to say. And one more thing is avoid ambiguous questions, because that question, it should be simple and it should be easily understandable also. Okay, so these are the do's and don'ts to be followed by the teacher while asking question. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope many of you will use these techniques while asking question. Thank you so much.